G'day folks, Nat here from Living Entertainment North Coast. Today I want to have a chat with you about speakers and room sizes. Now, which speaker suits which room size? I'm going to break it down really quick for you and then I'll get a little bit more detailed about it. Small speaker, small room. Medium speaker, medium room, and you've got it, large speaker, large room. Now, why is that? Let's start with small speakers. So a small speaker is exactly that. It has a small driver. That basically just means that it can only move a small amount of air. And any given room, being a smaller room or large room, has a certain amount of air capacity in it. And when that driver is moving, it's pressurizing the air that's in that room. Small room, small speaker, it can pressurize it. You put a small speaker in a large room, it has a harder time trying to pressurize that air. And what that means is bass and mid-range is going to be somewhat lackluster within those rooms. Now, you just won't run into problems by putting small speakers in big rooms. You can actually run into problems going the other way around. So if you put a large speaker into a small room, you can actually overpower the room with too much bass and create something called room nodes. And that's not exactly an enjoyable listen. So you really want to make sure you're matching the right speaker to the right room. Now, a typical small room is going to be around about 35 meters squared or around about 3 by 4.5 meters roughly. So something like this little Monitor Audio Bronze 50 here is going to go really well in a room that size. To calculate your room size, it's a pretty simple equation. It's simply length times width times the height of your ceiling. Now, your next room size up is your medium rooms. That's going to be roughly around about a 4.5 by 4 or maybe a 5 meters, something like that, anywhere from 35 to 50 meters squared. Now, you'll notice that the Silver 200 here has 2 bass drivers. Now, that is going to move a lot more air than a singular one. You'll also note that the cabinet itself is bigger. That allows you to build up more pressure within the speaker and drive those actual woofers a little bit harder. A speaker like that, a small floor stander or a large bookshelf or stand mount is going to be great for your medium-sized room. Now, moving on to a large room. Well, obviously you're going to need the large speaker. We've got the Contour 30i here, and that's going to pressurize a room roughly around about your 50 meters squared. Now, if you've got a much bigger room, you may want to step up to say something like the Contour 60i, for example, but obviously there's a bunch of speakers out there to choose from within that size. Now, additionally, there's other ways to go about this. If you're one for a certain kind of aesthetic and you just don't want a great big speaker in your room, you could actually use smaller speakers and add in a subwoofer, and the subwoofer will fill in that extra bit of oomph down the bottom to fill the room. We call that a 2.1 system. So that's also an option as well. You sort of get the picture here, guys. You really want to match the speakers up to your room size. Now, if you've got a question about your room size and you'd like to know a suggestion from us, what we think might suit, feel free to give us a call, send us an email, flick us a message, whichever way. There's a million ways to get in contact with us. We're here to help. Once again, guys, thanks for watching and bye for now.
If you enjoyed this video, you can support us by giving us a like and subscribe, along with hitting the notification bell. You can also follow us on our Facebook and Instagram. Until next time.